Okay, Juliani, tuendelee na hii story. For those of you who are just joining us, yani go back and watch the other videos. I'm not even going to do an intro to where we are. But anyway, Juliani, you meet Jugush,
Lena, I think Ken zaidi ya mziki, whatever. Yeah, and they're just these guys. But Jogsi, of course, Nani was there. Kaberere was there, Nani was there. And they came with a car, I think. Buda, wasome kama kwa my mom's place, kiosk, nanuka mandazi bado. But they told me, in a few hours or something, or the next day, tutakamia, tuko tu hapa next door, we have an event at Moi Forces Academy. Moi Forces, What do you know, I rushed back home. Yani I couldn't believe these guys. Because these guys were big in gospel circles,
Moz, especially in Jugush and Moz, they had that show plug-in.
And also Nani were big. Jogsi and Nani were big. So,
and even Zaidi ya Mziki had just released Siku ya Kiyama. Jogsi na mafada. Siku ya kiyama mazee, siku ya kiyama itakupata wapi baba, itakupata wapi sister, ya kiyama, siku ya kiyama itakupata wapi baba, itakupata wapi sister, ya kiyama. Ni swale, nataka kuuliza swale, nataka kuuliza swale.
So uzuri, I had a relationship with Nani Lena Jogsi kitambo too, somehow to phase 4, and also Kaberere we had a relationship through Faisal. So I used to meet whatever. So they told me, niaje jioni to come, nikaenda nikachukua ma tracksuit zangu, I can't forget it, ya red. Na ni nyingine stripes hivi. Ilikuwa my Sunday best, bro. Na
the Marvin as usual.
Na the Marvin ka kawaida. Na I had some teams. So watu wajui by teams ilikuwa na I had to put some karatasi ndani ndio fit. Because I really like my shoes. So my shoes, ubaya teams ikiwa bigi inachora ma line hapa. So I used to hate those lines. So I used to put something ya ku zika. And I used to clean them, man. They come. Ndayan Jugush. Moi Forces Academy. Buda. So first of all I get in, ule mrembo anaitwaje? Kuna Sheila na kuna Kiki. I fell in love. I fell in love with Kiki. Kiki akani hug na nilikuwa na majasho, man. Kiki alini hug. I fell in love immediately na Kiki. But I didn't tell her. So I used to, alikuwa ananiongelesha na smile tu. And I smiled, yani. Kiki was beautiful. And she was popular then. She has beautiful voice.
She has Nyongoze. She sang on DNG song.
Man. I love DNG ni superstar. So DNG anaka mingi baadaye.
Anamaliza show.
Na masidi. Kinda. Na matape.
Na matape.
And then Sheila, we have Sheila, and then some other chicks. Velma.
Velma, yeah.
Velma alikuwa noisy, but Velma alikuwa so warm.
Yeah.
And like she was just...
She's not a musician, but she was just the crew.
She was just there, she was just warm. So, nimeona kina Lena, that's good. But warembo hapo on the side. And then they recognize who I am. It's a different crowd, bro. So everybody started singing Afrakata happening. Buda Afrakata, kids. And then alafu ni Moi Forces, so ni all men. All men na mabass. Any men. It's hot even inside. Ilikuwa ni weekend challenge, so people are there for a couple of days.
Yes.
And then I was introduced to you. I was introduced to you later. No, I got into a room. You were there. And then you just released Close Your Eyes. And Close Your Eyes ilikuwa na rotation ingine heavy sana.
In fact, me I was so confused because when I performed Close Your Eyes, nasikia msee ana rap the words.
Close Your Eyes was big. I used to listen to it. So next to my mom's place, me na Aturu na another guy, we used to have a place where tunauza maziwa. So hii maziwa kupima. So we used to listen to it like the whole time. Tukisikiza Hope. Since nimeokoka sasa na mimi nasikiza tu Hope. Hope FM. And then I get to the room, you're there and zaidi ya mziki, and these guys are so like there's a beautiful vibe around that place yani.
Yeah.
And these people are Christians, but they are young, and the way they behave is you just want to be around them.
Yeah.
The closest I've ever been to that is of course uko flani Momao. But at the same time, now when I'm in this space, I'm not a stranger. I'm not the guy who used to be at the corner who has to prove himself. Now I'm recognized as Juliani. So I have a voice. But pia mimi ni mpole tu kivyangu hapo. People play. Nyinyi ndio mko sasa ma shop stop, so mnamaliza show baadaye. So me, I was in the middle. And then what happened? DJ Moz akaniitisha ma instrumental. Buddha. You know what has been happening before that time? I was getting ready to release an album. So I had instrumentals due producer mgani from where I just sent me. So I used to practice every day. I used to have like a couple of songs. I used to practice every day. Kumbe, I was ready for this more.
For the moment.
Bro. And then I got on stage. I killed it. I killed it. Buddha, niliperform, bro. Niliperform. And then wanaume.
Yeah, exactly.
And then now the wanaume, they understand the lyrics, they understand the punchlines. Una punch, una rap, una punch. Uko wasa uko juu. Buddha, nililala home. Nilikuwa satisfied as yani sikuwa najua yani I performed with all my heart. I did a couple of songs.
Yep, nakumbuka.
It was supposed to be one song and two, because there was sets. So you have to do 5 minutes, and people had one songs. But it seems this crowd was mine.
Exactly. This crowd was yours. In fact, this was my first time on this side of the highway.
Exactly.
It was my first time.
So this was my crowd. So I was like, wow. I was given more time. On stage. I performed more songs.
But also, in that time, it was the first time we were seeing you in K Crew. So there was you are the new guy who gets excited to hear what
and totally different from everybody else.
Exactly.
And of course, like in a Jogsi and whatever, were fans.
Yeah.
They really love my stuff, and Moz loved it. Jugushi ndia kwangi, atujuangi ako happy, but Moz really loved hip hop.
Yeah.
And now I'm listening to this new kind of hip hop I've never heard before. No. So the only hip hop artists were you and me.
And Holy Dave.
But Holy Dave was on and off. Holy Dave was also popular then. So
yeah, I know he was popular.
Holy Dave was like namsikiza. Okay, wewe ni rapper, wewe ni mkali.
Yeah.
But so mnyamina instincts zangu ya competition.
Yeah.
I always look at who's the best rapper, unaona. So I performed my heart out yani. One of my best shows ever. And then somehow I didn't go home. Or we had a long conversation with you the same day.
Yes.
We had a long conversation about what can happen, stuff.
So what happened? I talked to you and then I left. Now remember, I've never been in Islando this side. This is new. This is Ugero things. So I go home, but then we connected. Me and you connected because when I was rapping, you hit me up. So I go and then I start talking to my producer, and I'm like, you guy made this other really good rapper, and he's called Juliani, and my producer slaps me.
How do you, Juliani?
He tells me, what the heck do you mean you don't know Juliani? Because this guy has studied uko flani.
Yeah.
So he starts trying to school me about this guy called Juliani. You know, I know Tupac and A-Star and Kanye West. I don't know who the heck Juliani is. And he tells me, do you have his number? And we talked. And because we had talked, I took your number.
Yeah.
He says...
My phone was... nilikuwa nafunga na
he told me call him now and tell him to come to the studio tomorrow. In fact, he's going to do a remix for Close Your Eyes.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
So that's now when I call you. Nikikupigia unafanya nini wewe? Continue the story.
Nilikuwa kwa madha naka. So ulinipigia. So Huddle wasn't coming. The Huddle was fair. Kutafuta fair. Lazima nitafuta fair. So of course I'm the executive pro CEO of my mom's place. So I got fair around I was excessively excited yani kukamku because this was a different taste. It tasted different. The vibe this side was stated different. People looked like they had money. People looked like they were sure of themselves. People looked like they knew they were purposeful. And that's what I realized about when I saw Mo's, when I saw whatever. They were purposeful. They were deliberate about everything they were doing. No. And what do you know, Buddha? Naambiwa kumbe nyi ufanya hizi vitu every weekend.
In fact, at that time we were doing it every day. It was that we were on something called Soul Nairobi. That's why I remember it's 2005. We're touring non-stop schools.
And you told me, hey, I've been here for a couple of days. So I'm like, Buddha, I've never done something like that before. Si ilikuwa ni show moja tu, mko watu wengi hata ujuangi kama una perform ama uperform. But this time, Buddha, I have an opportunity to rap. So we started doing tours. I mean, before...
Kwanza unakuja.
Oh, nakam. So, nimetafuta fare, I come to your place, nika get lost kidogo.
Ukachukua number 4 instead of coming to Gong Road. Ukachukua number 4 for Islando.
I got lost. Nilikuwa naenda Isili.
Exactly.
Nilikuwa Isili. So I get back and nikashindwa. Juu accent yako, everything about you was east side ingine, but ukiniambia number 4. Buda number 4 jamaa number 4 ni wapi Isili? Nilikuwa disappointed, but of course ukaniambia, and then I changed. Yeah. So I showed up at Kijiji's that day.
At the time the studio was at Kijiji Records.
Kijiji Records.
Yes.
I got the guy, nikaingia, tukakaa chini. So mimi nimekaa hapo hivyo tuna pleasantries nini. But hakuna haraka kuproduce hapa, watu wana haraka kuproduce. Mimi nimekaa mkuta wa bass bro. Kuna Black man. So mimi niko tu hapo yani maybe I should get I need to understand what's happening hapa. But there is no hurry in recording. So we didn't record as such until jioni and then
what I naikumbuka vizuri sana. So we go, what we do is we need to eat. Blackman ni mse wa kufanya kazi usiku.
Yeah. And I didn't know, I wasn't given that memo.
We'll come around 4 p.m. So we took you to Java. Kwanza.
That was the first day you took me to Java.
That was the first day. Anyway, we were doing Close Your Eyes remix that we had created. But it wasn't working.
Yeah, it wasn't working. Then we stopped kidogo.
Then we stopped tukabonga too.
But Kanji wasn't around na nani Mwendi. Remember? And then you guys went to make
food and things.
Food.
Yes.
You went to Kanji's house. And you made food. Sema kweli, I've never tasted such food. It was mac and cheese or something like that. So ilikuwa na cheese, ilikuwa ni hizo macaroni na cheese, si ndio?
Lasagna.
Ilikuwa ni lasagna.
But macaroni and cheese.
Buda nilikula. No, because I remember the cheese in it. It was the most delicious thing ever, and I've never eaten such kind of food. Nani Blackman, I think. Either we got it from the fridge or Blackman made it.
Yeah.
And everybody's nikai kitu mmezoea. You guys were behaving as if ni kawaida. I ate a lot. Yeah. I remember. And then we went back, chai, whatever, we went back to the studio.
Yeah. Alafu Blackman akasema, you know what? I want to make for Juliani his own song. Mimi namtengenezea ngoma yake. Leave this remix. Fanye remix.
Exactly.
Close Your Eyes. Yeah.
What happened? Pendo kweli.
Ukaanza ku freestyle.
Buddha. And then this beat was different. It wasn't my normal beat. It was not a normal way of me rapping. You remember?
Neo soulish hip hop.
It was your kind of music. So mimi msoa uko fulani momao of course, when I did Jesus Gnosis, it was kind of the same tempo because my delivery was open. You could hear because my previous flow was tight. You couldn't hear like everything. But this one also was a little bit slower than.
Slow, yeah.
So mimi nashindwa waseni aje. Wan try kunigeuza nini? Try kuniconvert. And then I wrote the verses there and then. Sindio?
Exactly.
I wrote the verses there and then went to the booth.
Booth wa hiyo verse nikumbuke.
Sore shore, hawezi changanya majani na koko kwa kombe moja ya chai na kufeel, lakini roho yangu Christ pia anadai, sigawi sikawi, tukiendelea homos kuchemka, mavazi kuteremka, aibu majuto shaito kubambika, ama ukitoka vizitika sirika, sere like na napkin kwa budget kuitajika, sina teta, sina after. That delivery was different.
That delivery was different, but also as rappers, there were only 2 rappers in the stable at the time. It was me and Riga. So we weren't, and neo soul, there was something about it. But I wanted R&B. I didn't want neo soul. So this was the first time that Blackman was being challenged to grow in that style. What happened later on?
What you forgot here though is that, remember when I got there, you started playing me. Blackman wasn't there immediately. So you were in the studio and you started playing me stuff. So you were talking about Riga and telling me, this guy is from France. He even raps in Swa. Nini? Ulikuwa na sifu Riga, mimi nikamwambia nini wewe unatuambia hapo? Unajua rapa wewe kweli. So this is the hardest rapper in this table. So and then you play me a lot of Riga stuff because Riga wasn't in the country.
Yes.
Alikuwa sijui wapi.
Yes.
And then je te vois, je do all of mimi nashangaa buda. Mi urapa missing feel. Uja missing feel kusema ukweli was. But nilisema koro. Anyway, so I'm listening to music, but it's good. Riga because Riga is diverse. Riga can do anything.
Yeah. And that song was actually Ibada Yangu.
And no, but you played a lot of stuff and then you played Ibada Yangu.
Okay.
Buddha, when you played Ibada Yangu. Anyway, so and then Blackman came and whatever. So I did
uka drop your verses.
Verse yangu. Wase tuna enjoy hapo, maumbu zinatusumbua. There was a lot of umbus hapo by the
tukalala huko.
Tukalala.
Yes.
Asubuhi, what happens?
That's when your life changes. Your life changes.
I tell you, my life, Buddha, is designed by God, bro. Life yangu designed by God.
Waambie.
Every detail, bro. Tumeamka asubuhi. We're just trying to get things, whatever, listen to what we did. Who gets in the house? Kanji Bogwa. Kuna Kanji Bogwa sahi, but ule alikuwa Kanji Bogwa. Alikuwa Kanji Bogwa. Alikuwa na kanini ka BMW fulani hapo.
Kared.
Na muendisi juu hapo wameingia. Jitu tulikula macaroni and cheese jana usiku. I'm sure I noticed. Kanji Bogwa comes. And I think you guys gave him a brief or something because he came a little bit expectant.
Yeah.
He didn't come like...
No, Blackman went to tell him. He went and told him, I've got our next rapper. Remember, we used to have every single day somebody trying to come to be a part of Kijiji.
Kijiji was big, bro.
Every single day. But then there was a rapper trying to join now the stable. So Kanji goes and tells him, I've got him.
And then Blackman told him.
But then, Blackman tells Kanji, I've got him. Come and listen. Now remember Kanji ako babi hata wewe hajawahi sikia mzee.
Because he came there expectant. He didn't come there to be disappointed.
Yes.
And we slept in the studio.
We slept in the studio, yeah.
Unaona, so it was like the first whatever.
Exactly.
And he comes, my pleasantries. Kumbe wewe ndio si mwenye studio na wewe si mwenye studio. Kumbe wewe ndio mwenye studio. I'm like And then Kanji anakam na swag fulani. Buda mimi naona yani nimevuka boda. Mimi nimswahili side nyingine sahi. Kanji sifa yake ilikuwa big kidogo. He was a little bit is big. And Milele that time. So Milele was anyway, so Kanji comes and listens. Kanji akasema nataka kwa chorus. Buda unataka kwa chorus. Kanji alinsist na kwa chorus. It was immediately, yeah? Immediately he said,
open the session.
Open the session, I want to put a chorus. Akaka, Buda nisikia sauti. Nikasikia kukufa.
Pendo kweli. Macho wazi. Sorry, hawezi changanya majani na koko kwa kombe moja ya chai na kufeel, lakini roho yangu Christ pia anadai. Sikawi tukiendelea, hummus kutamka, mavazi kuteremka, aibu majuto zaidi kupambika, ama ukitoka vizitika sipika, Cerelac na napkin kwa budget kuhitajika. Sina teta, sina after, tatu dija roho yangu walibai na damu msalabani. Nataka wakunikaangia ndani ya vitunguu, siwaka kwa couch, remote control kwa mkono, meza miguu juu. Show ni show ya nipende peke, pete nipende. Yeah. Pendo kweli.
Because Kanji was Kanji, and Kanji anaka kwa song yangu. Umejua ni endorsement aina gani wewe?
Yeah.
In the gospel space at least. So you imagine if my life is not designed by God, ni gani buda? Guys pick me from my mom's house, my mom's kiosk. Who picked me? It's not kawaida people. It's not a phone call. It's people coming. The next moment I meet you. The next moment nalala kwa studio. The next moment nini happen?
Kurudi Dandora.
Sikurudi Dandora. Buda yeah, well kwa safi. And then where Kanji used to stay kulikuwa na mamiti mob and used to Buda I refused. I refused to go back to Dandora, man. Nakata. I refused.
Yeah.
I refused because we stayed there longer.
Yeah, we did.
And then
in
now,
fact, the next day, I remember after that day after Kanji did that, we took it to Java Junction. and Blackman, God bless that guy. So alikuwa naona mavitu.
Yeah.
Because the guy said this guy's life is going to change completely. So we took it to Java and we told you, hey boss, zoea life.
One thing you didn't say about Blackman is that he changed how I delivered my verses.
Exactly. What did he used to say? Just go. I don't know.
Blackman. So Blackman told me, because Blackman was ukoflani maumauda.
Damu, yes.
So Blackman knew the power that we had, and our power was our words. So hey Juliani, when I'm mkali, but slow down. And that's what changed Pendo Kweli, and that's what changed Mta mentality. Because Mta mentality wasn't beat, because every beat that Blackman gave me was totally opposite of who I was as a rapper. It was live sessions. It wasn't sampled.
Yes.
He was playing everything. So he changed how I delivered my verses.
And he made music to you.
Exactly. Now I became a musician. I wasn't just a rapper. Because now my beats had rhythm, had some taste to it.
Yeah.
So everything, the way it started a certain way. Dun 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 dun. It's changed. It had some. Before it was. My verse lazima this time, bro.
He brought melody inside.
That kind of thing. So now I could deliver. So I could deliver. So I could nacha biti pita. Story mtaa kuveveka na manzika vivika Fox chairman ka Dr. Naman taka BMW, anza na BMX. Yeah, man. The way because now the way I wrote is that my inaitwaje, my rhymes were not immediate. Mbele, so I can put things in the middle and then bado maliza itapo mbele.
Used to confuse me because I used to say, Juliani, mina rap kwa beat. Every mine was very good. You'd sometimes wait and then you hit it. Immediately after the beat, you hit it.
Exactly. Yeah. So my nini was different. My delivery was different.
Very.
Story mta kuveveka. So you can say story mta kuveveka na manzika viveka Fox.
Yeah.
Chairman ka Dr. Naman.
And there's a
taka BMW, anza na BMX.
Yeah, man. I get.
Zingine zote
get easy.
Do itabidi bro. Kustretch vidole kwenda. Pocket a stranger. The higher the slit kwa skirt, the easier ku get wax. Politician kuja base, tunanja ana belge. Ku get through, toss tunadu. High, ka longi kwa kiuno ya wasewa bouger. Religion yu kweli bootleg. Na Google kujimudu. Angotita send.
I get it.
My delivery changed, bro.
Fox, Chairman ka Dr. Naman. Taka BMW, anza na BMX. Yeah man, zingine zote zingizi kuget easy to itabidi bro. Kustress vidole kwenda. Pocket stranger, the higher the split. Kwa start, the easier kuget wax. Politician kuja base, tunacha ana belge. Kuget through, toss tunadu. High, kalongi kwa kiuno ya wasewa bouger. Religion ni ukweli bootleg. Na Google kujimudu. Angotita soul ya kiatu. Wengine kizidi green card vuka boda. Mi noma kwa Ford hata boda. Sina ma rims, jeans, ma bling bling. Lakini na usiano na king of kings.
Streets wanauliza ni aje, niko wapi? Maisha yangu make a difference, wanalia. Streets wanauliza ni aje, niko wapi? Maisha yangu make a difference, wanalia.
So I didn't rap because even if you listen to Pendo Kweli and even listen to Jesus Gnosis, it was staki ni baki rap chapa hapa ukitaka kunifukuza usiniambie toka. It was of course open and you could hear, but it was
yes.
It was rhyming, and then I didn't need to be rhyming. And then I realized that rhyme doesn't have to be the same words. It was the same sound.
I get it.
So I could rhyme something that don't even, the same words, the same letters are not the same, but the same sound remain the same. So inamaanisha, it was melodic now.
And there's something that a major story that you forgot here that you used to do. School of Rhymes. Had you started doing School of Rhymes at this time?
School of Rhymes, I used to do it huko nikitafuta mafare.
Would tell people a bit about School of Rhymes.
So School of Rhymes I used to, so when I'm a little bit popular, my first single Fanya Tena is out. People like, of course I'm good at rap. So I started talking to Kitusu and Kambe, ni aje tunaweza make do. All these kids want to be rappers after us. So there was a lot of kids in Dandora then wanting to be rappers. So I'm like, okay. One is see you hang out, wanna freestyle vibaya, wanna rap vibaya. I'm like, okay. So I started, I spoke to Kitusua and I spoke to a few guys and I spoke to some guy who used to have a house. So we used to still live with my parents. So there's a guy who used to have a house where I used to hang out, drink a lot of stuff. I mean, they drink and I was saved that time. So yes. I used to just hang out with them.
Yeah.
So they started asking me questions and then I started School of Rhymes. So I asked them, ni aje nipatieni 50-50 bob. Kila mtu niwapatiange. I teach you how to rap. So I even had a curriculum on how to write music and how to rap and how to. So they used to come 50 bob kila mtu kuna, of course wako wanalipa 50 bob, msana kama na 20 bob. But sisi unataka hiyo do. You have to take it. So I used to the good, and that's how I started appreciating Tupac as a rapper. Because Tupac, there's a way he used to write that it was so simple but yet so powerful. So I don't know how to explain it. So I used to use Tupac sana for the lessons. So Tupac, it was easy. He used to set it up and punch. Set it up and punch. I don't know how to use it. I don't have the words of like any Tupac song.
Yeah.
He set it up, punch. Set it up, punch. So he say, I was a stranger, and then he explains as a punch. If you remind me, I don't know.
I'm trying to even remember a Tupac song, and I know them like. Anyway, I'll.
Yeah. So I started School of Rhyme. So I started charging wase tu nini. So I asked Kitusua one day to come. Kitusua bora nimempata Mogoka kwa sawa. But he never, because now rappers wanted to be rappers fast. They wanted to be rappers quick. And I'm telling them, okay. So and then Johnny changed style then. So Johnny's style changed and his delivery became amazing. So Johnny became now Johnny, the kind of delivery that we hear right now. We get it.
Yes.
So now everybody used to rap like Johnny. Everybody used to want to rap like Johnny. Johnny and Cheese and Brain. Cheese and Brain also style. I think Cheese and Brain and Johnny were really close. So I think their style is kind of similar. So everybody wanted to rap like Johnny. So I was trying to tell them, okay, it's good that you're rapping like Johnny, but now get out of it, grow out of it. And this is how
find
you
yourself now.
Find yourself, but you can only find yourself by kupiga tizi nini, and they didn't listen. So most of them never became rappers as such. They paid.
But I get.
Nearly get them a fare, but
rap game hawakuingia.
Hawakuingia rap game.
Okay, Jules, I want to ask you another question, because for me, I mean, especially after hearing your story, there's now the acceleration that happened, and I want us to take time to talk about Mtaa Mentality, which was your debut album.